Hello. You appear to be alive once more. It is a somewhat favorable occasion for that, and good evening to whoever may be here. Hello Choco and hello Vern. All that good stuff, and hopefully in a short window of time. Also, I will be able to say hello to not terrible configuration for the games that I have in mind, but I just now noticed that there's a button. What happens if I do this? There's a button called React apparently under the Twitch player, and I've never seen this before. It's like just emote. I don't even know what that is, but whatever. Twitch has been making a lot of really dumb changes for, I would say, going on a decade now, but it's probably well over a decade. Just my frame of reference is, or when they start to make really dumb and really ill-advised changes is, I remember the first big one being in 2013, I'm pretty sure, but at any rate, yes, we are living, soon to be possibly unliving. That's not the right scene, this is the right scene, and yeah, we're not going to be doing the current game thing. We are, in fact, doing predetermined games today, but we are going to be using the 16:9 display, which I think is what this is matched up to. I'm not sure if it's like perfect, but I have faith in whatever past me decided to do that. This is arranged in a way that it is to probably fit a 16:9 thing in it, but anyway. But the first game that I want to try to check out today is something called the Mortuary Assistant, which I was interested in, like, pretty much since I first saw it, just because of the type of gameplay that I advertised, which is like a mix of, hold on, leaning forward and away from the mic, because I'm reaching for a thing. I need to clean my glasses, hold on. But it's like a mixture of the kind of quote-unquote tedious and yet familiar, repetitive kind of formulaic in a somewhat relaxing way, however, gameplay that you would see in something like, I don't know, House Flipper or any one simulator, of which there seemed to be a good amount, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, that I have unironically come to enjoy quite a few of those games just because of that type of gameplay. But also mixes it with something a bit different as well. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to start the game now and see how well this works. It's gonna be a bit of a manifold experiment. It's not just gonna be about running the game, it's gonna be about running the game and not have my GPU fans go crazy while doing it, and also not get like rock bottom PS while doing it. Can I accomplish all these things at the same time? It's gonna be the question today. I think, I have made a few adjustments. I guess I'm gonna cut the music player, even though going into Garibaldi chord, which, I mean, Curse of Darkness is just inherently a very good soundtrack. Let me see. Let me get this to show up. I have to adjust some. Oh, whoops. I just skipped that by mistake because I clicked on the wrong thing. And it played Doom for a second. Well, I mean, you can see it down there. Okay, it's starting to change into strange things. I will turn off the automatic thing because I don't need to go that high. If I can get it to stay here. I'm not actually entirely sure exactly how the thing is gonna look, but that's what this is for. I guess this is a guinea pig thing that I'm doing in a very, I don't know what kind of way, but yes. And if I'm right, okay, if I'm right, I was gonna say this should show up soon, and indeed it has. So that's nice. So I'm got like a monitoring thing, or the GPU on this side, good old MSI Afterburner, and I've got the clock very, very slightly throttled right now, and also have the fan at a preset setting that should be reasonably quiet. Hopefully that works out. Will it be your birthday soon, right? Yes, it will be this Sunday, as a matter of fact. I don't really know if I'm gonna try to do anything for my stream that day in particular, but I might try to do something the following day. Probably can think of something different. And you know, the day after that day, there may be something else different as well, but anyhow. Yeah, I don't really have any like concrete ideas for if I want to do something special at that point, but as for what I'm doing right now, as you can kind of see, I have played this game one time in the past. I think it went reasonably well. But part of the reason why I'm bringing this game to the table today is that it's got something called Holiday Update that's active right now. Apparently went live at the start of the month. And I'm pretty sure that I played it before then, so I haven't quite gotten the chance to see what's new, but I have a pretty decent idea, and I suppose I'll go and act upon that. Now, I'm not too sure what happens if I click continue here, because I'm pretty sure it's like every sitting of gameplay that you do, this is a self-contained thing. It's not like a long connected storyline or anything. It's like short bursts of kind of a roguelike thing, repeating the same scenario with variations, even though, like I said, I've only done it once. Happy birthday, just in case. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Guess I'm just gonna click continue and see what happens. Reach checkpoint whenever you see these. I don't know. I haven't really thought about like testing if it lets you leave and like come back in the middle of a session. But with any luck, I won't have to. And yeah. A little more keen on trying to figure out the optimal setup for getting like a good balance between the fan and the temperature. Oh boy. Temperature is kind of spiking right now, but apparently it was only for a moment. Okay. Only lasted like 2 seconds. Alright. I think that's a preferable solution than doing the like OBS noise suppression thing, because that one I did check back on some of the VODs that of the streams that I did while I had that active, and I wasn't really satisfied with how it turned out. This is a book about death and decay, by the way. Deep look into the processes that happen after we die. Pages in this book are not for the faint of heart, but it is the honest and blunt truth about what happens to our organic matter after the heart stops. Booktown, a book company, founded by A.J. Bookman, I think it says at the bottom. So yeah, we are in our apartment. The frame rate's not super great, but I don't really know how much I can do about that other than I guess 60, but it's acceptable for what it is. I guess I can like turn this down just a tiny notch, see if that helps. Blue, volumetric fog to the field. I guess we are keeping the rest of that. I could also try to turn off VSync, but that usually has bad results, so might as well experiment. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I would rather keep VSync on anyway. Close, yeah. But yeah, the frame rate might be a little wonky, but that should be not too bad anyhow, I would hope. I think all we really have to do in here, we could pick up the donut stuff and toss it on the floor. You know, I did play this once, like I said, and just thought this fixture on the wall just looks really weird. Like, why is there just that giant block of wood here with parts of it cut away? Like, does it need to be there? Because unless this has to be there because there's like something on the other side. This feels like a waste of space, I don't know. Even if you live in a tiny apartment, especially if you live in a tiny apartment like this, I feel like you would want to be mindful of stuff like that.
Where are my keys? God, I always lose those.
Well, they are somewhere nearby, I'm sure, like right there. The apartment, car, and front door for your fields. All in one convenient package. Also, Embalm, a history of preservation and its role in coping with death by Eric Rothwell. Just have a blur at the back too. It's gonna be interesting doing the mouse with the setup that I have right now too, by the way. I can glare. And coping with the loss of a loved one, how do we move on? For many, seeking, easing, loving the memory of their loved ones. Having? Doesn't really look like an H at the beginning of that. Seeing the memory of their loved ones. Loved one preserved helps obtain a sense of closure, but what I did was... Oh, by the way... There you go. No attempt for a loop on the one-song radio station, but... When we die, we begin this process of preservation. When did we begin this process of preservation? How does the embalming process of today differ from the methods of the past? In this work by Rothwell, we explore the history and methods of embalming and preservation. And we embalm and preserve love, and it's probably the same thing at the bottom as the other one, but it's a little too blurry. But anyway, should be equipped enough to start to do things. And yeah, as you can see, we have a seasonally appropriate decoration going on. Riverfield's Mortuary. I mean, wouldn't you walk into a mortuary and during Christmas time and expect to see something like this? It just brings a sense of comfort, you might say. Wow, there's presents, but we have no idea what's inside them. Probably no way of finding out, but well, a few funny props here and there. But like I said, don't worry about that. It's all part of the plan, probably. Let me try to change one thing, just one thing. Have like very slight throttle. What happens if I remove that throttle? How different will that make things? Probably not a whole lot. It's a tiny bit better on the frame rate side, but not too much. So what I'm interested in, though, like I said, is how different it's going to be on the temperature side. Oh, by the way, we got the tape recorder in here. Just because I had coincidentally pointed at that when I had clicked back onto the window. Paper and pencil. Can we just check how far one has slipped into possession? I guess we're not going to get like the same intro as we necessarily do the first time, even though I would like to have that just for the purposes of being thorough. This run. But we got no tapes here, I don't think. There's a cigarette box, business cards, never mind. Raymond Delver, head mortician. Established 1970. Well, let's open a few doors. Can only lead to good things. I don't know, I'm starting to think that the throttling might be a little bit more than I meant for it to be. Let me play around with that a little bit and see if that helps. 0, 1. Oh. Let me try to go to this window and toggle this. That might help. Yeah. Maybe. I got like... I guess I am now using multiple methods of messing with my GPU underclock thing, because I've got the video inspector thing that I'm pretty sure I mentioned before, and I'm also getting a afterburner going on, but I don't think we're gonna pick this up right now. Do we have the tapes though? Okay, here's a tape. Night shift system.
The night shift database, a computer program combining all my findings into one reference point. The database contains all the information on the process of expulsion, the tools used, and most importantly, all the markings of the known demonic names. If you ever forget what to do, replay these tapes or look it up in the database. The collection of demonic names is the most crucial use it.
Alright, personal belongings store. Is one of these? Possibly, potentially, but remember. But yeah, we got quite a bit of lore about demons and stuff. I guess we don't really get like the whole plot that you kind of get the first time that you play this game, but... Well, assuming that we don't, the gist of it is that we're like a new apprentice at this mortuary, and then we show up, called in one night, and... It's like, yeah, surprise, you're actually being in the process of slowly being possessed by a demon that was inside one of the dead bodies here, and now you have to find unique and exciting ways to deal with it before it's too late. And listen to this other tape, I guess.
Every moment, the demon is funneling its energy through you, weakening you, until you are unable to resist.
And you have to do a few things to accomplish this.
It's a delicate balance. The further you are from possession, the more time you have. The closer you are,
Reverb, by the way.
it will make itself known, allowing you the information to guess its name and the body it's bound to. The only way I've found to tell how far along a possession is on your own is to scribble on a piece of paper. Don't think about it. Just scribble.
Yeah, thankfully we do have plenty of paper.
Is anything strange? It's starting to take hold.
Well, let's
Pencil on the desk.
be confused about when the little tutorial thing is gonna end.
Of how long you might have.
What do we got here, by the way? Young Beck. I guess we can quickly run back over there and try to just literally run back over there. Pick up that other tape that was inside this thing, which,
To banish
yeah,
the demon to hell,
pretty interesting looking thing.
bound to its chosen body and burned. The three objects in this cabinet are your tools. First, the clay tablet in the center is called a mark. Placing the smaller pieces in the correct configuration will spell the demon's name. Second, bottles on the top shelf are a special reagent that will react to the mark. Add a bottle to the embalming mixture during the process. When the mark is placed on the correct bottle,
Can we not? I don't know, we need to like actually pull this out.
cause the demon to become bound to it. Pay attention to signs that you have chosen. They can be obvious or extremely subtle.
There we go.
Once you are certain the demon is bound to the vessel, burn it. Finally, the pieces of paper on the right are called letting strips.
Oh yeah.
Describe the sigils of its name in our world to begin the evocation. You will need to uncover these sigils to use them. Hold a letting strip up while wandering the mortuary. If it begins to smolder and burn, you're close. When the paper combusts, the sigil has been revealed somewhere in that area. They can be anywhere, so look on walls, under objects, inside furniture, anywhere. The demon will inscribe its sigils over time to try and hide them, so check regularly. Once you uncover the sigils, use the night shift database to decide which demon you're dealing with, and use that knowledge to create the mark.
Oh goodness.
Add the reagent to the embalming mixture.
I'd really have a bit of recap though, finally. I'm just kind of waiting for that to end.
And place it on the body. Then, when you're certain, burn it in the retort.
And yeah, there you go. I guess we finally have the, that bit of background over with. I actually forgot about the letting strips. It's kind of important. You have to do that in order to figure out what the name is, as the dude said. And at that point, oh, there it is. Well, we noted one of the signs that show up whenever those things burns. But yeah, we also need to grab this thing. Probably should have done that in the first place, because it's one of the most important things you can grab. At least I can keep track of things. Flip it away and record new distinguishing marks. So yeah, we have 3 dead bodies. This is how it goes. Apparently you got some interesting stuff on the forehead there. Just have 2 recording new distinguishing marks. Whether it be in the arm, in the torso, in the back, like that. Or anywhere such a thing can exist.
There we go.
and she says there we go, as if that's automatically a sign that we're done. I guess it is. I don't know, I'm guessing that now. Yeah, that shows up as checked. On the thing, we can go into this. Oh, I remember now. One thing that I probably needed to. Let's open up the record system. We got I'm back. Yes. Yeah, that's how we do it. Apparently 85. That keratosis is on the head. It's a sharp eye. There's on the right shoulder and on the right arm, and I guess we are. Is that not it? Oh, did it not record the H? Why did it not record the H? There you go. And now we print that. Pretty sure we're supposed to take this over to the front desk after we do. I mean, it shows you everything you're supposed to do here in the thing. Yeah. But because you're in this unique situation, certain special things start to happen so often. Lead to some very interesting stuff. Hold on. So we have to, how do we do this? Try to click to bring this out, and I think it's right click to bring this out anyway. Oh, there it is. Just didn't see it. So what are we doing next? Thankfully, do have this handy dandy clipboard thing, and you know what? Let me mess with this some more. I don't know. I'm gonna close this for now, actually. What's this? I don't know if that would mess with the throttle thing, because I do still feel that for some reason this is actually more throttle than it should be. It's like the opposite of how it's supposed to be. I'm noticing some very strange things with how the GPU is behaving. Like it's stuck at the temperature that indicates that it is under reasonable load, but like the frame rate shouldn't be this bad. I wonder what's up with that. Wire jaw shot with needle injector and setting needles. Try this. A couple of different things, just like see if that helps. Actually, wait a minute. Instead of doing that, let me see if I like change the setting one more time in the game. See if that changes anything. If I put it back up to ultra, change it for like 1 second, then it doesn't change. That's actually really weird. Why do I turn on the bloom as well as ultra? How different that's really gonna make things look, but let's play with bloom. Okay, I don't think this is really changing anything. Maybe if I close this, let me try doing that actually, real quick. You know, please stand by. I guess I better bring some music while this somewhat inconvenient thing is going on. Oh, I have Afterburner turned off right now, but it still doesn't feel great. That is strange. We'll turn it back on and see what happens then. Am I supposed to like... I don't want to do this because I feel like this is dangerous, but I'll try it one time and see what happens. It's not really changing anything now. I do the opposite and then do what I just did. Doesn't change either, so that's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but I would like to assume that I can Alright, just for 1 second, what do I do this? Just like same difference that it made before. I do this and try to move around here. Let's try to change it. What is up with this? Okay. Anyway, welcome to test stream for all this. And also somewhat more prominent noises from the outside as usual. Which, if I press both of these things, it's probably just gonna... yeah, make things a little bit different. You can definitely hear the fan now, probably. And now you can't anymore. But it is going up slightly, okay. Okay, I think it might finally be starting to work the way it's supposed to again. Don't know what it is about that, but let me switch the fan down, like I said. Oh no, shit, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think we might be good. Just need to actually be, it's a mystery to me how this works, but... I'll set it at that, with this setting, and if I go back in here, okay, this is much better. It was like for some reason stuck at like 300 megahertz before, now it's at over 1000, which is where it should be, and all I really need to worry about now is to keep an eye on the temperature, but I will do that in my own time anyway, now that I finally managed to get that working. In a way that I think I was trying to. Let's just resume this, let's see here. I could play with music, I guess I probably should, since it doesn't really have music this game. I'll, however, make it reasonably quieter. This is a pretty apropos music for this game, though, I will say. Let's see, Martian with needle injector and setting needles. Was this a needle injector? I feel like it wasn't. This is no, a reforcer, so I'll keep it in our pockets, I guess, just in case. I say just in case, even though I'm pretty sure we will need it later. What the needle injectors even look like, though. And this is what you call a dissonant soundtrack, I suppose. Is this the needle injector? Or is this, I feel like this is something called a trocar, and it's not actually used for what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, let me bring this back up, pull this up again. Okay. Just to be slightly throttled again, and I'm not even sure why. It's bizarre. I have to do with the... I hope it doesn't have to do with the fan settings. But it does seem to be going back down. That is actually really strange. I mean, I do want the temp limits to stay there. What if I increase the power limit for the fan to 118, which is apparently the cap? Probably not going to change anything, given that it's the speed is also manually set, but I am extremely distracted right now. Here's a key. Pretty sure we may or may not need. We will need this card, not the card itself, but it's actually really difficult to rotate objects with this. 0581. And there's more keys here. Extra keys to the mortuary, which I guess we're not going to touch. Oh well, that is strange. I don't know, the thing seems to be fluctuating in a different way now. I think if we close this and try to go into here, password for this. We might have a bit of a frame drop right now, yeah, there we go. No, goddammit. Alright, there we go. Here's an Nightshape database, which we'll need, and yeah, we're having a bit of a visitation right now. As you may be able to notice with some eye sharpness, and then we didn't. Funny how that works. Been mucking about, but I don't know where the needle injectors have gone. I mean that I knew where they were to begin with. Let's open up all all these things still here somewhere. These are scalpels, that's what I need. I think it's also like a possibility of like picking up a torch in one of your hands and having that take up one of your large inventory slots, because that's how that works. But I don't even remember if you would, or where you would pick that up if you actually are able to get that. Hold on. I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure this is not what I'm after though. Yeah, this is a Joker. This is an IV reservoir bag. Okay, I suppose that's something that's different between runs as well. Don't know where the locations of where each of the tools are stored is different. Because I'm pretty sure that that thing that I'm looking for right now, which I don't even know what it looks like, off the top, was somewhere in this cabinet. Now it's not. What is in this cabinet though? It's you got methanol here. We got a moisturizing bath, which we're gonna be able to reach through, or reach for through that drawer for some reason. What is this stuff? Could be in the bottom drawer here if we can even open that. This is my card, isn't it? Or is that somebody else? No, it is my card. Okay. Oh, this is... Okay, never mind, I found it. Oh, this is, once again, some apropos music for this game, though.
I'm missing something.
Am I? Hold on. I think this is the thing that we were looking for, in fact, the needle injector, but we still need, setting needles. Oh, crap. We do need setting needles. These are setting needles, or these are... I'm pretty sure they come in a thing like this. What is going on? This is more fitting music for this game, isn't it? Are these the setting needles? No, this is PVC tubing. Just remember where all this stuff is. The bottles of glutaraldehyde. Is this where they are? No. Wait, is this where they are? Oh, these are eye caps. We're gonna need that soon, but not now. Is this really okay? They're quite inconspicuous there, but yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's just follow along with all this. There's like a little tutorial at the I'm pretty sure the very first time you start this game up, so you can specifically know what to do with each of these motions, but suppose I've got that knowledge ready with me already. This is very strange. But what are we doing? Eye caps to keep the eyes shut, make some bubbling pump. Eye caps to keep the eyes shut. We saw the eye caps just a second ago. Yeah, here they are. So let's see. Now we have to actually place them, I'm pretty sure. There. Them all the way up. And then there they are. Mix the embalming fluid in the pump for which we need glutaraldehyde methanol. Well, this is the pump, so let's open that up. We spotted this glutaraldehyde. I think we can only carry like one of these bottles at a time, yeah. Methanol, I think, is this stuff in here. Oh, I guess the spooks. Close this cabinet. Okay. Maybe I won't have the, the music after all. It's kind of distracting. Sometimes. Or maybe if I had like very specific, yeah, probably not, based on, I can see like what the upcoming songs are, and they probably wouldn't be very fitting for this. Also, we can scribble here, just to see how we're doing. We're doing fine as we are now. What's humectant? Do we need to mix humectant with this? Yeah, and formaldehyde. Now let's grab that there humectant, mix it here. Turn this up a little bit. Maybe this is actually linked to like that much. It might make it audible, but yeah, probably will make it audible. But let's see that at least changes the. Yeah, it does. threshold on that. At least a little bit. I guess I can, that's a different glass that I can try to find. But what now? We are looking for formaldehyde, which is probably here now. This is bleaching agent. That's not what we need at all. This is tissue builder, which I don't think we need at all either. It's like some garbage items in. I'm pretty sure I left all of these things open. Where is the formaldehyde? Is it down here? Probably is. Yeah, there we go. And I think we just heard like some noise in the background. Yeah, it seems fine. I guess we're just gonna have to do it like this for now. Should be fine. The thing I am concerned about is the fan not sounding like garbage and like being overpowering, and also the temperature not being terribly terrible. And cut this time, and I guess the frame rate. That's like a kind of tertiary. Performance of the game itself not being garbled either, but I think we've attained that in a reasonable degree at this point. Maybe not ideal, but yeah, maybe we should play with music. Otherwise we miss stuff like that. Okay, let's just have a nice stroll around the area with this thing out, just to see if it's gonna light on fire again yet. I suppose it's not at this time. Oh yeah, hold on. It's like why the thing hasn't... the pump hasn't closed yet, and it's because we need to add this to like all the bodies as well. Can't forget to do that. There we go. Okay. Begin incision the coal in the carotid artery and jugular vein with the scalpel, which we saw those over here. What else? Forceps to clamp tubing to both veins. I think we have the forceps now, right? Yeah, I do. Every forceps, and the tubing is over here. We can take hold of that now. Let's go to the carotid artery. Let's chop that, and it's forceps, and then the tubing. And then engage the pump and just kind of hang around for a bit. It'll take a minute. Could do some reading in the meantime. Findings to the banishment of covetous demons. The history of the demonic and the tools I have found throughout my research throughout the years. Travel and piecing together whatever relics remain have been compiled here. We can experience a history of the demonic with this old night shift Netscape navigator that takes forever to load anything. Covered language, the halls of hell. None of this is integral to banishment, but this knowledge may still be of use. Much about recovered language. Athenian, a long-dead language. Recorded to be lost in the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Only a few religious scribes had knowledge of Athenian text. Or Athenian, but it says Athenian in the other ones. Spoken language after the fires, what little was known was recorded and hidden to keep it safe. What was the ethereal language it was believed, to be a tool of angels communicated with man, yada yada. But also the pump is done. It's kind of noisy, so let's take care of that. Turn off the pump, remove the tubes and close the incision. And someone thinks this is very funny. Wonder who? Maybe someone who will make this thing light on fire. I would actually, we need this information. It's necessary. But it doesn't look like this thing is going to light on fire at this point. So we're just going to do away with that. So we've dealt with the embalming. To fill an empty IV reservoir bag with cavity fluid. Where are those bags? Are they also in the drawer? I don't remember. No, these are moisturizing pads. I don't need these yet. We will at some point, but we won't. I don't know. Someone needs to go home out of you too many. Where are the things? So, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen all these things because I've looked everywhere. Are they down here below the pump itself? Okay, yes they are. So fill this thing with the cavity fluid, which is over here. There we go. scribble a bit more. I'm just thinking to start to maybe show beginnings, indications that something might be a little different. You know, just a bit strange, just a tad. But anyway. What am I doing? Do a quick thing over here in the background, don't mind me. I will raise this by 1 point. I doubt that'll make a difference. But maybe it will, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be the trick anyway. Fill that and sort of drop it into the abdominal cavity. Okay, I think. But now we need to use this thing and get like tutorials for this in the menu if you forget how to do it. But I just poke that in at different angles until this thing at the bottom drains. I really don't know how this would work in actuality, but I don't know. Would you propose to suggest that the Mortuary Assistant is, in fact, an accurate depiction of embalming processes from a medical perspective? Okay. Would you propose that it is a realistic depiction of demonic manifestations from a demonic perspective? I don't know. Mix cleaners in the bathroom closer to create tank cleaner. This is something that definitely confused me because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of logic to it, but we got something. Oh, probably not. We could just walk away. Probably will just walk away from that. I'm sorry, ma'am. Oh, it won't let us walk away from that, though. There should be the way. I don't know, how about if we put this here? Reach for it. Yes, we are gonna have to. I'm pretty sure that if you can figure out a way to not witness these things that are so obviously presented to you, that probably is beneficial to you in the long run, but I don't really know what I can do. I already looked in all these drawers and there's like nothing new here. Don't think. So, close this door, which is probably not a great idea, I don't know. Play with the lights like Nosferatu. I'm gonna try to just walk past you, if you don't mind. No, she's like seriously holding me back. That's rude. Well, whatever, I'll do it. What? What's up? Seriously, what's up? Am I supposed to like nudge your arm? But yeah, I was supposed to stare into the mirror, but it's not happening. I need to use stuff in the closet. What's this about? I don't know. Gotta wash my hands, I guess. There. Is that what you wanted? I don't really know what you want if it's not this. What does that animation look like in the mirror, actually? Okay, it's just like fairly robotic looking. Just let me pull out this piece of paper. But I don't really know what's supposed to happen to like actually do this any different. And stare at hair all day long, but apparently that doesn't change anything either. I mean, seriously, what do I do? Goodness. I think we're gonna leave that on. It's hardly noticeable. And Jesus has really wide eyes in this picture. Try to open the windows, and I guess we will. Could try to crawl out through one of the windows, given that apparently not allowed to open doors anymore. Apparently that's gonna happen. Okay, gotta be honest, I'm at a loss here. Dealt with this already. I'm supposed to like find something, bring it to her. I think I'm getting a bit of a frame drop right now. Put this vase in the middle. Okay, yeah. Have to figure out how to do physics. You want this vase? through the base and got an achievement for it. I don't know if that showed up, probably didn't, but... I don't know, I mean, I washed my hands. Oh, I'm supposed to find this, I guess. Never mind. Wasn't super indicative, but... Francis 1970 back is the year of arrival of the House of Death. Oh, it's a text. Imagine. Year of arrival of the House of Death, the birth of its creator. The full number shall be 6. Oh, thanks for that. May have been useful, I don't know.
I already have one of those.
Oh, okay. Well, that's... It's a cleaner base with that, and now we have tank cleaner. I feel like, in spite of everything that just happened in that short amount of time there, the most inexplicable thing that happened was how we mixed those things to create a tank cleaner, but anyway, we need to run that through the tank. Through the pump, and just let it do its thing. We can read a little bit more about Ethan and Antahine, demonic Ethan. Satan's exiled from heaven and is hated for God through the creation of the desecrated tongue Antahine. The language of Ethan, translations, a few words. I guess we can maybe catch a glimpse of some of these. Recordings of much capture of Antahine being spoken from the mouths of the deceased and the translations. We can enjoy some of this. These samples. That really strange slowdown that the bars have in this. Yeah, the arrival of my house. You should be asking yourself why my house is moving. That's generally fairly alarming. Okay, now we finally use the moisturizing thing. Moisturizing pad to the facial features, so... Okay, I just do it, especially here, I don't know. Guess we can't really do much about those blotches, but... Yeah, I think we've moisturized it enough. And just return the body to the cold storage. That about does it for one body, but we have 3 bodies. I don't know why we're doing this. We're supposed to go ahead and pull the gurney. And the funny part, though, I'm pretty sure, is that we're supposed to look out for certain signs, as the thing said, the, you know, tapes. So I'm gonna leave this body like half out. Take a look at who else is here, by the way. We got Augustus Henry, and we got Stuart Douglas. Okay, I'm kind of curious. I was gonna say if any of these are gonna look like a certain body that can apparently appear with the update that makes the rest of this stuff appear, but I guess we're not gonna see it this time. That's unfortunate. But we're kind of already up. Okay, just went and jumped out of its thing. And yeah, faulty wiring kind of sucks, but what you gonna do? What was I saying? Oh yeah, about the signs that are supposed to show up in the bodies. There are telltale of like which one is the bad one. The thing about those signs, though, is that they don't really appear until after you finish embalming each body, I'm pretty sure. That's how it works. How we got maybe. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we got that line, curved line going like upwards with horizontal lines going through it. And we got this thing. We can start to narrow it down, I think. Those 2 symbols just by themselves. You can also go to the menu and scribble some more, and yeah, start to look a little more concrete, I would say. Probably not gonna be able to look at the 3rd one of these yet. Sure, that's only the 2nd one. Let's keep these doors open if we can help it. I don't know if we're really gonna be able to do this. Like go outside and get any fire to come out, given that it's raining all the time. But might as well give it a try, right? I mean, we're completely surrounding the perimeter of this place. That's a pretty thorough check, if nothing else. Well, might as well keep these out until we start actually doing something else. But yeah, we have that symbol and the other one. Might as well take another quick look at it. We can begin to do the thing. So it's like a kind of like a boot, missing the back of it. Yeah, and facing left. That's one way to look at it. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna reveal anything now. So we have those two symbols. Let's look at some of these pages here. To use that to also twitch of the fingers. I don't know. Maybe a few more things we can read up on about the lore, but it's not really going to be something we can apply in a utilitarian fashion. Let's look at these sigils. That's the main thing we need to be concerned about right now. House of Immolation, Desolation, and whatever the other one was. So let's see. Here's one of the symbols that we saw, and here's the other one, and here's the other one. So it could be this dude. Sebos. Invidios. Couldn't be anyone from Invidios, I don't think. Doesn't have the right combination. Desolation. Okay, so it could be Uskarit from this house or Sebos from the first one. Don't know yet, but we probably will when we see the next symbol. Let's fish for that right now. Let's see if we can get really lucky and just get it to show up right away. It's not. So, the first thing we do, as usual, record new distinguishing marks for Augustus Henry here, who died quite young by the looks of it. Oh. Got some of those unfortunate blotches on the thing. Got this. At least we do get told. I suppose it's actually quite convenient, so it shouldn't be something that I like complain about. We do get told when we found all the marks on the feet, or at least on that foot. Here we got something. It's like some kind of burn mark or bruise mark that really scabbed over. That's the word I was looking for, scab. Kind of like that. Yeah, more spooks, but now that we've done that, we can record that thing. Not here, we have to put that aside for the time being. Augustus Henry, 27, died even younger than me. Keratosis, hemangioma, contusion. And all that good stuff. But I don't know how often you see in dead bodies, but you probably even see it on living bodies quite often. You know where to look. Let's go ahead and file this, and I guess I've been just kind of forgetting, but I never do kind of figure out what's up with this, what this is doing here, but it's just kind of there to be like a spooky background element. I don't think they ever addressed that in the game itself either. It's just kind of, yeah, just accept it. Alright, so we've done that. Needle injector and setting needles. At least we know where those things are now. Here's the needle injector. And the setting needles are somewhere over here. Yeah. I think we have the exact amount we need to... No, we don't. We got a couple extras. Never mind. I was gonna say to do all 3 bodies, but I guess not. Right, open wide. Gonna try to push down on this and only succeed half the time. Just the nature of this. And now just sew this whole thing shut. At least it won't be like sewing the mouth shut in a way that you can see from the outside, like with, I don't know, Abe from Oddworld, who can speak in spite of having his mouth like partially sewed shut. Yeah, we're scribbling a few more interesting shapes, by the way. Okay, the eye caps next. I believe those are here, and so they are. Gotta go to the other side to place them though. Alright. The embalming fluid, which is all this stuff, and also the covetous agent. I don't think this is one of the right things, actually. It's this. Oh gosh, got a bit of a frame drop, which might mean that something spooky is gonna happen. It's a bit of a giveaway, yeah. Somebody's knocking very rudely. Oh, and apparently pouring the glutaraldehyde has brought us to this place. Fantasy. Something I can't really see what that says down there. I think there's an A, maybe an R or a B before it. But we get a bit of a spook going on in our mind this time.
I'm missing something.
How do you know? Do you even know where you are? Well, let's pick up the phone. Oh, you know. I mean, Billy needs to really clean up his act if he lives in a place that has these kinds of walls. Is he like a squatter, or you know? Hopefully that's all the knowledge I needed, but apparently it isn't. What are we looking for here? Are we shooting up heroin? It's like we're shooting up stuff into the... Oh my... Okay, it's literally a heroin kit with a fucking pink unicorn. Alright, I guess that's what I was missing. I suppose that's something we did before. Rather unfortunate. Oh, now we're getting some water. And I think a spook there that only showed up for like a moment. Oh, and here's another spook.
Did this to me. It's all your fault.
Are you Billy? You're not Billy. You're gonna have to give me a bit more to work on there, but... Oh, hold on. What was that sound? Was that another one of these showing up? It could be another one of these showing up. I don't know if it's gonna be different. It is gonna be different, okay. And yes, we do indeed have another one of these showing up. Where could it be? Here it is. It's like an L with a dot to the top right of it. And with this, with any luck, we should be able to identify the final thingy. Let's just go ahead and put this to the side for the time being so we can do that. So we know that it's either this guy and this guy has the L, so it could be that. Or it could be this guy all the way on the right here, who also has the L, so never mind, we'll need the final symbol as well. It's either going to be like a slanted G, or like a hiragana thing that's broken at the end. It's gonna be one of those. Okay, so where were we? We put in the glutaraldehyde, put in the methanol next. We put in humectant, put in formaldehyde, which I'm pretty sure is down here as we observed before. I guess that's part of the challenge, quote unquote. They do change where everything is from one run to the next and put in the baleful reagent, which, you know, fortunately it's always in the same place. Yeah, let's also go ahead and grab another one of these, because I just burned up the third one. And now that that's done, we let pump run. Now we need to do a couple more preparations. Scalpels, forceps, and tubing, and I guess we need to use a different one of these each time. I don't know, do you use that many different scalpels in medicine? You probably do, but still kind of weird. Right, so that takes care of that. Now we should have everything we need to get the pump part of the process started here. Well, we're letting that run. Oh, we had like spooks over here maybe, but let's take a quick look at this body and just kind of stare at it for a bit. Because I guess, you know, apparently one of the things you can see that's like a giveaway telltale sign that that's the bad nut is that they have like visible twitches, but I don't know, I'm not seeing anything right now. Don't think I saw that at all. I kind of got lucky my first run, to be honest with you. There's like one very obvious sign, but like I said, if my understanding is correct, they do only show up at the end. Alright, I think we're good. Like, they only start to show up after you finish the whole embalming process on each body. Move tubes and close incision. And probably start with the pump cleaner again. Nope, I'll be reservoir back first, which we saw that those are down here, which is like an easy place to overlook, I think. Let's do that, and we put that... Where do we put that again, actually? Let's see. Oh, the trocar thing. I don't know why we do that before we clean the pump. You would think that you would clean the pump right after using it, but maybe you want to give it time. Oh well. To poke the stomach for a minute or so. I have to say I'm quite thankful for how clear these instructions are, at least.
There we go.
Okay, now do we clean the pump? Yes, okay. After the trocar thing. Then we moisturize it and then we are done. No spook this time. Yeah, let's grab that. Grab our base, I guess we have the full cleaner now. Still don't understand, like, just have these things that are like 1/2 of what we need to mix up. And
Rebecca.
yeah, I'm in the middle of something, sorry.
Rebecca.
We gotta be... Okay, we're probably gonna have to do one of those events. You know, these things are starting to become a little bit more concrete, which means that in theory we're running out of time, but it's... Oh yeah, there's like a spook over there, by the way. Could approach him, but it's probably not a good idea. The spooky red dots. Oh, I think you know why. Nice voice, by the way.
Coming.
We could go over there. We'll have to go over there at some point because we have to... Oh, wait a minute, we have to moisturize the dude first.
Rebecca.
No, not this, not right now. Did I pick it up? I did not pick it up. At least you do have to press 2 different buttons to... You know, confirm that you're gonna pick up an item. That is...
Coming.
Because I'm working. Look, sometimes you have to
Right. Rebecca.
do something first and prioritize something first. Just how things work.
Rebecca.
Well, we could try to go around. I think that's actually possible. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. I mean, we still have these funky visual effects, so... Yeah, this dude's still right here. Oh, but it's facing away from where we are right now. That's unfortunate. I get the feeling we wouldn't be able to fit the gurney through this door, so we probably can just, like, take it all the way around. It's probably close the car door. It's probably all soggy in there, our seat. It's been open this whole time. Well, I guess we are gonna have to experience the spooks after all, but... We'll do it in our own way. We'll do it while carrying this. That's how it's gonna have to be. Oh, and there's not the other, the first body that we did. Oh. Alright, hold on. Thankfully the stupid things in this hallway do have... Yeah, I'm going... Well, I would go over there, but the gurney's kind of in the way. Hold on. See, this gurney will be my shield. There we go. I'm gonna ram you with this dude's dead body. So maybe that's supposed to be an indication that this is the bad body. I think this is the only female body that we got this time. I'm not even sure. Let's see, yeah, we still have the third body to work on here. Put this dude back. Oh, and had a bit of an unfortunate clipping there, just because I'm pretty sure we left that open, and yet one of the demons probably shut it without our permission. But also without realizing that it needs to follow the laws of physics and not go through the dead flesh that's in the way. Hold on. Can we actually... Nope. It's unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. Can I get past this dude at any point? Okay, yeah, I can. not very rude of them to close these doors while I'm working, you know. Alright, there we go. So I guess we know most of the process by now. We gotta do another quick trip over here to the thing. Let's see if the next one of these things has shown up. I think we're getting a bit of the fancy schmancy effects. We haven't worsened in our state, at least, so yeah, like you are high kind of effect. I guess that's part of the bloom. But let me see. Should know like most of the process by now. It's gonna be grab one of these. Grab one of these, do this first, but we need to check for marks first, that's right. Just kind of trying to do it off memory at this point. That's just a nipple, I guess that's normal. That's not as normal, and there's something over there as well. That was like a weird frame rate for just the body being turned around. But I suppose we're not too concerned about that. Alright, there we go. Let's prepare the final sheet here. Still don't know which daemon is going to be the good one, or the one that's present at any rate. Correct one. And that takes care of that. So who's this? I guess who are these papers being released to exactly? The family. Hey, your dead relative had some contusions and hemangioma. Just thought I would let you know. This is useful information, alright. It's just whenever we need to move around, keep this thing out, because it's gonna be more and more, I suppose, urgent trying to find out. I suppose it's a multi factor thing. The process of getting from the beginning to where the demon actually shows up. You got this thing that's slowly developing into something unfortunate, and you also got each of the symbols showing up. Still missing the fourth one, that's for sure. But anyway, now we can do the needle thing. And there we go. See, I don't even have to say there we go, she just says it for me. The eye caps and the embalming fluids, so let's just do the eye caps. The caps are here? Yeah, they're here. Let's teleport over to the other side of the gurney here.
Right.
Just for that one animation, and then we're done. Oh, and there's a chick. I guess we can try to run away from her, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like, if it's like possible for you to avoid those spooks, that actually does give you more time, because there is a time limit, but it's like, it's actually extremely generous, also to my understanding. But no, I guess there's like nothing else we can do. We can keep working, I don't think there's anything from here that we need to, Look, I'm gonna shut you out. What do you think about that? How do I feel? How do you feel when I close the doors in your face? It's not nice, is it? I think that might have actually just, yeah, spared us from having to... Oh no, never mind, she just went to a different direction. Alright, I'll shut this door now. How do you feel about that? At least I can go to the other side now. We already added glyceraldehyde, didn't we? With methanol, which is in the cabinet here. And formaldehyde. And a fifth thing. You know, there's a lot more bottles of this than you actually need. And we need to be incision. Yeah, the forceps and the tubing. Hello. Oh, we have a bit of a frame drop. I don't know if that means that another spook is Okay.
Shall have glorious. Clean flesh and I for my own. 3 houses and homes of hell. 2 beacons of glory of my house. 1 to usher tribulation. I have come.
Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, that doesn't mean that we're... No, I don't think so. We're just gonna fake out. Oh shit, okay. Now we're just gonna be shoved down the crazy rollercoaster ride of the spooky hands and the spooky dude with 2 red specks for eyes. Are we going into the River Twigs? Are we going into that H.R. Giger background, perhaps? Or just fossilized catacomb? Hey, dude. Doing that internet meme where you like squat down. How far can you turn your head, by the way? Apparently the answer is very far. That shouldn't be surprising. Well, let's see where we've ended up now. And there are like these dudes. What happens if we step on them? Okay. Bully them. And here's the thing, I'm not even sure if I should interpret this as this third body is like definitely the bad one or not. This is the same body, but could give in, or... Oh, what do we have actually? No, I think we have everything. Unless we're supposed to pick something else up for this. Oh. Kill him, you throw away your love. Okay, so maybe that's not the same body. You throw away his love with your selfish sin. In his final moments he regretted you. Okay, so I guess the thing they're doing at this point is... We apparently had a precedent of driving this guy to death by heroin.
It will be over.
I suppose. But yeah, I don't know if that little apparition there means that we've definitely identified the bad body or not. Alright. I don't know about that. Well, it is starting to get a little late. But, oh, here's the final Pizza Hiragana one. So we can at least identify. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it in time. But we can at least identify the name. It's Sebos. So let's prepare that sigil here. We're supposed to do that. Fuck. Need to see, so it's the L, the thing that looks like an antenna on the right, and the boot on the bottom. Like this, and no. Oh, right, we have to keep working actually. Even though it's getting quite late in the proceedings here. Don't know if we're actually gonna run out of time this time. It's entirely possible. We haven't started the pump yet, have we? Nope. Okay. Well, let's have a quick gander over here at the bodies that are over here. See if there's like a really obvious indication that one of them is now a daemon. Stare at the both of them, see if any of their things just twitch. Guess not. Can't really stop and stare for too long either, because we have to, you know, keep this process going. And when the sound changes, that's the thing. So let's grab the true car, the IV bag for fluid, which is here. And that's not the right button. Let's see. What else do we need? Oh yeah, we need to do that first. Oops. What a silly mistake. Okay, here we go. So I don't know, once we finish this guy, I can probably think of one thing we can do to just kind of quickly try and figure out if it's the bad one. which is the same thing that pretty much gave it away for me the first time I played this. I don't know if I'll get lucky with that again.
There we go.
But there we go. What do we do next? The cleaner, yeah, and then the moisturizer, and now the sound effect for the rain just kind of feels weird at this point. Like kind of sound you hear sometimes when there's like large volumes of flame. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, if that's just like a coincidence, but let's do the cleaner. And once that's done, we do the moisturizer, but apparently we can't apply the moisturizer. Oh, also weird. Got that going on. Where's the light switch for this place? It's pretty annoying that we don't know where that is. Here? Oh, I can't even tell what that is. Oh, shit. I don't know. Is it the light switch that's in here? No, apparently not. I don't know, maybe it's too late. Preferred if it wasn't, but we're supposed to grab the moisturizer. I don't need this anymore. And there we are.
Alright.
Alright, speaking of alright, let's take a quick look at this dude's limbs. See if he's like the chosen one. No immediate giveaway, like I thought before. Might be... We're screwed, I don't know. Take the marks, I know this to be the right mark. Guess we'll take this dude back. And hope for the best, I don't know. The best thing I can hope for right now is trying to figure out where the fuck the light switch even is in this room. But, oh, never mind, I found it. There we go, alright. Oh, we just left this dude underneath the other one. Yeah, I think we have to just kind of move quickly now. Okay, so take a guy off the gurney, maybe put this guy in the gurney, and can we look at him here? No. Okay, let's just quickly wheel him over to the other place. Pretty sure that's about the only thing we can do right now. His feet are waggling, but I'm pretty sure that's because of what we're doing. It's like, yeah, he sure is jumping around. His limbs, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, any like additional marks, quote unquote, that appear to give away the condition are like really obvious things. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to take a guess at the end unless I find something really obvious. His body is like jiggling a lot, actually. Some very thorough physics for this game. Let's grab her. Maybe she's the chosen one. I feel like we may have seen some indication that that's probably the case. We found it that much more difficult to do our job here, thanks to the demonic demons. But let's take a gander. Oh, yep, I'm pretty sure that's it. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. Ah, Christ. Hold on. Is it too late? I don't know if we can even turn this on anymore. Let's give it a go. No, it might be too late. Yeah, it might be too late, because I can't interact with the gurney anymore. Well, I don't know if that's gonna be any different now, but... No, I don't think we will if we can help it, but I don't know if I have a choice in the matter anymore. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe it's not too late after all. We can at least turn this on, and... Oh yeah, she's laughing. Never mind, I guess you do have a little bit more, time. Okay. Oh, okay, I thought that last one might actually end up being the final thing. I guess we have to take a minute to turn this around. Still learning more about this game, but I didn't get the one body that I was imagining maybe would show up with the holiday update, but well. I assume this is how it works. Yeah, here we go. Let's say our decision is made. Oh, what is it this time? We're locked in here, are we? Maybe that knocking noise was like all the doors being shut. Let's hang out back here. I don't know. Let's hang out back there and yet be knocked over there by the explosion somehow. Well, I think that's it.
You've come a long way. It's nice not to be the one down there for a change.
Mr. Dover?
I think you can just call me Raymond at this point.
And though we skipped the whole story with
Wake up on the floor?
the dialogue between these two characters, but
It takes a lot out of you. I've never simply walked out of here after. You get used to it.
I'll be sure to clean the floors better. Raymond, will this ever end?
I honestly don't know. I've been doing this a long time, Rebecca. I've traveled all over, learning everything I can. I've never found anything that could put a stop to it. So no, I don't think it does.
So, we're just like this forever?
It was hard for me too. But this is the life we get. We have to face our worst selves, constantly. But the better we know ourselves, the stronger we are. Why don't you head home? Get some rest. Who knows what's coming tonight?
all right. Ending 2-5. And I think that's pretty much the only, well, I don't know. I guess I'll find out in just a moment. Because it just skips over, so. Let's go to the, I guess just enter to skip that, yeah. I suppose that makes ending 205 is, a successful quote-unquote ending at least twice. Again, if my understanding is correct. A few things that I've heard about this game in the past, but that's pretty much how it goes. Sure is fortunate that that scribble time limit schedule thing with the three circles inside the other circle, like the triangle arrangement, isn't the last one, because I'm pretty sure I would have been screwed if that was the last one. I think I actually managed to beat the first run before it changed off of that one and into the next one, but I suppose at that point, if you somehow still haven't figured out which one's the proper daemon, you can use the symbol that shows up to help you do that, but anyway. Anyway, that was the Mortuary Assistant, and that was like, I suppose the first of, what the fuck, of several things. Or should I say one of several things that I've been, I suppose I've been using as guinea pigs for the past couple hours. Or several hours. Let's bring this back for a moment, this playlist. To try and help me figure out the best settings for this GPU stuff. And for some reason, right after I closed that, it actually went up, like the GPU megahertz usage, go figure. I guess it's probably because of the temperature. Yeah, it's probably because of the temperature. Well, because it wasn't as high as it was, but independently of that, let me see. But as you may or may not have realized, what very probably did, there is one other somewhat seasonally appropriate thing, and once again I must say, if my situation is, if my understanding of the situation is correct, that I started playing about a year ago, and then at the beginning of this year, some really stupid stuff happened, and I basically didn't end up doing anything for my stream for like the first half of the year, but hopefully we don't get a repeat of that. It would be really stupid if that happened, but it was a very unique situation, so I don't have any real reason to believe that it would. I'm trying to like do a number of things with my mind right now, which is why all my sentences are broken. But that happens all the time to me too. Alright. Let me try to add this. So, alright, there we go. An update on my metadata here. How can I best put this? I'm wondering. Following a lengthy... Let's try it. Let's use this word. This word, why not? It's as appropriate as anything else, but yeah. Let us go and test this. These things that I'm doing with... These quirks that I'm trying to figure out with my GPU settings and fan settings and all that good stuff. Afterburner and all that good stuff with another game. And that I was talking about, but for some reason I'm continue to be very avoidant in actually saying the names of games, even when there's no real reason to do that. But by this point you will probably already read the title of the stream and figured out that it's Yakuza 0, which I've been saying for quite a while now that, you know, I'm gonna go back to, and then I don't. But something that I did end up doing. It pretty much went completely under the radar, I guess. Oh dear. Alright, let's see if I can not only get this running in a good way, but also, you know, be able to get it running in a way that you can actually see it. That would be good, I think. But something that I did end up doing, like I was saying anyway, before I got completely distracted, as I always do, which I suppose flew completely under the radar, was watching the first of what I believe is a trilogy of movies called Dead or Alive by Takashi Miike. And I had no idea what to expect. But I suppose the ending at least let me know that it's not something that you really take seriously. I was kind of very confused about that particular notion until the ending, in which case, or at which point I should say, pretty much became completely apparent what the answer was. And I am somewhat curious as to how that will, as to whether or not, or to what degree, I suppose, this that particular memory slash experience slash whatever you want to call that will relate to any more that I see of this. And something else I'm quite curious about really is how well I will succeed or fail at adapting back to this, given that I only played the very beginning of it, but I don't know if I can recall concretely any experience or knowledge, necessary knowledge from those first few hours that I did. But I have faith. Also have faith that I'm not inherently making a mistake by letting this intro play out. As far as the, you know, the bots continue to show up. Okay. Yakuza 0 it is. It's been 10,000 years, but... Oh, it doesn't capture the mouse, at least on the screen. So let me move a few things around so that I am looking at things better. That's probably a good idea, and Yeah, this is one of the things that I probably should look at better. The thing that actually lets me see how well this is doing. This is apparently not gonna have any, or at least not nearly as many problems with the throttling stuff as the last game did. In fact, I am a little bit more confident about that, to the point that I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Not only this, but also this. If I can. I don't know if the background fan noise is like really a nuisance here, but let me mitigate it at least a little. Or try to. I don't know if that made it worse or better. Let me be daring, in fact, and try to do it even more. Maybe not. Let me see. What happens if I focus the game again? Okay, no. Maybe yes. Yeah, this is working a lot more better with the dynamic than I was hoping for. And you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but trust me, it's a good thing that things are working out in the way that I'm looking at on the on my screen here. All right. I have faith that this will have a good result, but anyway. You could see previously seen story events, of which, as you can kind of tell, I guess we made it up to the beginning of chapter 2. We have a quick glimpse of these thumbnails, actually, see if I can remind myself what the story was. I think there was some kind of bomb deal, like the story begins with Kiryu trying to like beat someone up, rough him up to like get him to give up some money in like an empty lot, and then that person later turns up dead, and there's like some kind of a hint of a conspiracy because the empty lot is apparently really important, but we don't know how. And then Kiryu like goes to prison, I think, but then later on he gets taken in by this dude that we don't know what his deal is. And this is all a very vague recollection, but let's see if going back to whatever the latest save is will help. That's not the latest save, actually. That's like a little bit behind what the latest save actually was. But I will correct that in just a moment, I hope. Let me do it from here, yes. Let's see, slot 1, real estate broker in the whatever that is. A very lucky amount of money here, but yes, you can see it's been like almost to the day, a year since I actually played this last. And it will be actually in like less than an hour and a half, in fact. Let me see. 8:35. 45, this does seem to be the latest one, so I guess I'll just go with that. This one. Let's see if I can remind myself of a few things. Alright, the frames look good. I wonder if the frames will remain good or not. Okay. Okay, maybe I do need to adjust them. See, the frames don't look so good now. Oh, Jesus Christ, what did it do? Okay, never mind, I had slightly higher hopes for this organization, but I will make a quick adjustment here and hope that that changes things. So yeah, we might have a return of the somewhat present fan noise. Hopefully it's not as bad as it turns out to have been in the year-old stream that I did of this, because it was actually pretty bad in that. Oh shit. Oh gosh. The youth is shouting. Hold on. I suppose we're gonna figure out what this event is about, regardless of what the... Alright, never mind. Let me make one more little adjustment. Regardless of what the circumstances are right now. This is actually kind of obnoxious. Yeah, that one tiny adjustment does seem to make a very bit of difference anyway. Ta-chan. And Mina-chan. So inside your purse it was full of money. Weird to have money inside your purse. Had to be like 200,000 yen in there. Family isn't that rich. What's going on? Alright, one more tiny adjustment just for the sake of trying to get this to be the best it can. There. dare you poke around in my purse? I mean, fair. Fair statement, I think. Yeah, Tachan, what you doing? Oh boy. For a spot between a high school couple, that was pretty raw. I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty mild, honestly. If you ask me. Alright, let's see how things look now. I think they look acceptable. At least, I don't know if it's like, let me take a quick look at the stream here, actually, because I'm looking at the OBS preview, and I don't know if that's, like, great reflection, because, no, yeah, I think the OBS preview is a little bit less, smooth than it is on, like, my actual monitor right now. Which is unfortunate, but... oh well. Do I dare make another very small adjustment? I think I can afford to for this. Okay, let's try to do this first. And then do this. And then do that, but in the opposite direction. Alright, let's see how we do, like... oh, Jesus, okay, that's actually going a little bit, into unfortunate directions, but this will do, probably. It's not perfect, but it works reasonably well. Right. I want to spend the rest of the freaking couple hours that I have on this just splitting hairs over the settings, so perhaps we should listen. I told this waiter on his way to work. How did the cafe blend close all of a sudden? And being open all night was a huge deal. You heard nothing about it. Yeah, running the police just skipped town. Now they just moved shop across from Mike Ball behind the theater square. I put them moving in if it's only a few blocks away. Go chase off by those guys Tachibana real estate. Same with all the other tenants in that building. A lot of my mother moved shop and just shut it for good. Oh gosh, yeah. Don't know what's going on, but... Marty just keeps getting throttled even more despite my concessions. Alright, I'll move this back. Thought I was... managing something a little bit better, but oh dear. Okay, that dude. I do vaguely remember him. Apparently, if he sees you, he just tries to take your money, but he's got almost 6 million yen. And... Jesus Christ, what is going on? This is unfortunate. I probably should have tested this whole thing better, but... oh well, hindsight and all that. If it isn't Kemoji, have we met before? I'm sorry, I should probably remember that probably, but... even if I use the same adverb twice in a row, don't know if it will make a difference, sir. Game sound isn't very audible. Game sound is just kind of quiet right now. But hey, Simna, I guess I can turn it up a bit. Definitely it'll be a little bit different when... I don't know, maybe we get to a scene with music, but we'll see. Punch-Out Artist, was it? Didn't make much sense of Bugs' explanation. Knock me down or knock me out, and the prize one is yours. Prize is double the stakes. Customer puts up 10,000 yen. The winner give him 20,000. Half of that's the upfront fee, so we need only to fork over the other half. Make emoji an amount equal to the entry fee in advance. Time limit is 60 seconds. If you get knocked down or knocked out, you lose. If you hit the challenger, you also lose. Really? So you don't get to be the challenger? I thought that's what was gonna happen. Frustrated drunk stays your best bet. Come at you in a nice straight line, easy to dodge. Punches are garbage too. Advertise to everyone I sees. Well, tough guys looking to win some cash. Why would I want to be your apprentice? Nobody's ever took me down before. We're just getting around so I get more Gilkers and less challengers. But with an apprentice, I reckon that'd change. Want to see if they could take you on so I get tons of challengers again. If there's any pointers to give you, be sure to at least to let you know. Make a pretty good teacher. Strange guy, but this Kamaji seems like the real deal. Could learn more about that fighting style. Punch-out artist pricing. Up to 100 million yen, of course. One guy picked a million yen course once. Okay, so this was like a fire festival kind of pricing thing. You have to pay out if you lose, right? That's why I turned down a million yen guy. He looked a bit too tough to risk it. I even have those courses, well, attracts challengers, but even if you get an offer from one guy who doesn't even go through with it because you turned him down. I guess I had a plan. We start by looking for a 10,000 mark. That works out, we shoot for 100,000, dodge our way through another bout, set our sights on a cool million. Dreaming if he thinks it'll work. Well, we should probably try out. Gotta make sure you's covered if you ever lose. Everything goes smooth, the money will come flying in. Oh boy. I mean, I don't really remember how much money I have right now. Let's see. I've got plenty of money to actually have almost a million yen myself. Okay. Trying to figure out what the best way to go about this would be. If I look at my abilities thing though, can I spend money? Yeah, I've probably spent millions on this already. I'm gonna try to spend more money on this right now though. It's a distance over a quick step. Steadfast counter. I don't know. What about the rush mode? Punch to the body. 30 million though. I haven't even been looking at those prices, but yeah. I think we can afford any of those. Or these, for that matter, so maybe we should put some money on that. Right now. Let me have a quick look at the inventory too, just because I kind of vaguely remember that there being a potential issue there, but I don't reckon we have it now. We got pocket tissues, stamina X, and I don't really remember, but I'm forced to assume that that's good. I'm noticing one thing though, that the stuff on my actual monitor does look better than the preview thing, which is what you see on the stream. Wonder if I could use that to my advantage. Let's see. I got the money here. Doesn't seem like a lot of money to invest at this point. Using tip-top shaper to drum up some business? Well, let's find out. I just don't remember a lot of fighting in the Seven Fields, but I guess that's not going to be too important right now. If this is supposed to be all about dodging. Sponge out artist time. 10,000 a shot, you knock him down even once in 60 seconds and you double your money. Don't know how easy it is to get knocked down, but... Hoist the entry fee.
Hi.
Yes, we've been over this, I'm pretty sure. Hit the challenger, you also lose. Well, let's give it a go. Okay. Alright, here we go. I guess it's just a matter of not getting punched at all. Don't really probably use a refresher on what the controls are for this, but probably just sidestepping will be enough here. Ooh. I suppose that's it. And imagine of that animation connecting at the end. Actually, had an effect. Can't land a blow. Pretty good at dodging. Still, the exercise hit me good. Too bad luck wasn't on your side, so does that mean I make a profit of 10,000 now? It was slippery as a needle. Challenger seems satisfied too. Waiting is a pretty thankless job in this case, though. Well, waiting at the last possible moment, pulling that off is a great feeling. Well, dodging at the last minute, if we can press A in time with enemy attacks to build up the heat gauge, shall we? Don't know if that's what I was after, but hopefully I have like a move list here. With the 10,000 entry fee, I give you back your stake, so that's 15,000 yen for you. Consider it overhead and lesson fees. Well, next up is 100,000. Which we can also afford, but before I do that, let me go into the menu again. Let's see here. My abilities. I guess I would have to look into our abilities. If this like shows even like the most basic stuff. Or if I need to look in the notebook. Let's see. Press A to perform an evasive maneuver. Which I guess is not really A for me, because I'm playing with PlayStation, it's X, but quickly move in a given direction. After resuming a fighting stance with that, you can circle around the enemy. We'll want to raise your guard, right. I guess we can give it a try. Let me do a couple of quick adjustments before I do that, though. Once again. Apologize a little bit for doing that, but I do want to make that not be terrible. Alright, put the sound, a little bit of a boost on the audio. Yeah, I'm gonna do one thing real quick. Excuse me for a second. Perhaps I can put on the playlist for like 2 seconds. Right, I would have said just in time for this song not longer playing, but not quite. But anyway. Let's dive right back into the thing after I stop this music. Can't forget that step, and see how we fare. How things look, first of all. They look pretty alright so far. Get around, this is a bit of a stress test. Yeah. Oh dear. I think we can probably just do it like this, yeah. I mean, it looks better, but the thing that you have to ask yourself a little bit is at what cost. That you can't necessarily see, but take my word for it. Anyway, I'll keep it like this for the time being. But what are we doing? We could just gander around a bit. We could try the next level of this thing. I could also, yeah, test if that button does what I think it does, and indeed it does exactly that. let's go here and maybe to get like a... Oh, alright. We get to try out fighting against the Men in Black first before we do anything else, I guess. See if I can even remember. Check out. Two things. Oh dear. You know what to do as with the Men in Black Nuts? See if we can make more money by fighting these dudes at this point, I would say. Ozaki and Horia. Oh dear. Yeah, I was afraid of this, apparently, even with the adjustments I am doing. I'm like only gonna have paying attention to because I was in the middle of the fight scene, but okay, we can... Yeah, anyway, I'll just keep going on like this for the time being and just kind of hope for the best. 10,000 yen course, we'll give it a try though. Yes. I haven't upgraded your abilities enough to select this price level. Great. Rush style abilities under abilities on the pause menu. Really? Can I even do that right now though? So what based on what I just saw, I may not even have enough money to do that. Hulk Spirit, Power Surge, Phoenix Spirit, Heatwave, Retention. I think there was like one move that I think was pretty much implied. Was possibly unlocked. Based on me doing the first step of that, but I don't even know. That's one of these, but... I think it was this one or that one. Oh no, maybe we'll go do something else. Oh dear. Well, they got more Men in Black apparently. Have another experience with them. I'm gonna have to remind myself how to... I need to do a few things in this game, such as change my stance. Even if it didn't really end up making a difference there. What to do with this guy? Well, I don't know what to do with you. Why do you keep brushing me out of the blue in the streets? Let me see. I will... Take a look at this now. Alright. I'll try one more thing here. Sorry that I keep doing this, but you know. Let's see what happens if I do that.